What up, chat? How we doing? What up, T-Bot? Toasted, Calm. How y'all doing? What a move today. How many of those did I buy? What up, Zay? Crazy move the last few days, but to be fair, we talked about all of that happening perfectly. Chad, are we back? Better? We all right? Zay, the temptation to just throw money at the market right now and whatever it does is so high. I just switched my Wi-Fi. So it must have been the other Wi-Fi. Must have bugged out for a minute. So I just popped that over. So we should be good. Appreciate you guys letting me know it was buffering like right away. But what a fucking last 3 days? Hopefully we can speak this into existence. I don't care if we don't get a single dip at all this session. If we can just get some movement, it would be flawless. Any movement whatsoever out of what we've been getting, I'm interested. Let me link these accounts real quick. I forget how to do that. Okay, there we go. What does that show you guys? Nothing. Perfect. Chat, I did take some of the recent profits that we've had, at least that I've had on options. And I bought some Tradeify accounts because right now Tradeify is 40% off. I got 4 of these select accounts. I know you should have got 5. I wanted 4. Don't know why. It's the number I stuck with. So I will be trading those tonight. Might also trade the funded just based off how this price action's been going thus far during this session. I'm looking to more so just be a little more aggressive on evals, and I'm cool with that, versus the overall consolidation we've been getting. But at the moment, so far we have had a little bit of earnings. AMD smoked. Absolutely smoked. Please tell me you have NVIDIA swings, Hassan. This is the one day this week I don't have a single options account or options trade. Not a one. Today was actually very uneventful, even though we made somewhat of a move. Because if you're in the Discord, you know I took CRM. It made somewhat of a move. I ended up closing towards the end of the day. Even though the daily looked strong, I'd rather just look to get back in tomorrow versus the contracts I had. Because I had like 195s. I think they were a little bit out of the money. So I'm just going to reevaluate tomorrow. Worst case, I get back in those exact same contracts, and I'm cool with it. But no, I am not in NVIDIA at the moment. Why is this not loading? All right, guess we're watching futures for a minute. Am I buffering again? No. Maybe for a second. But yeah, we were buffering. This is annoying. Looking at NVIDIA, SpaceX said they're primarily just going to be using NVIDIA chips. That's why NVIDIA is getting a big rally while the other semiconductors are not, right? AMD smoked, MU smoked. So we'll just kind of see what happens tomorrow with NVIDIA. But I am interested over 215s. Why do I look like a Calvin Klein commercial? I don't know if that's good or bad, Polar Bear, but appreciate it. But no, I don't have NVIDIA swings right now. I mean, in the past 2 weeks, I'm content if I don't catch the next leg up in NVIDIA. I've made a rather nice amount of money on options with it. So we'll see what it does next. I do think it can get up to that 230s if buying pressure really steps in on it. I'm just rotating in the market right now, seeing what other options might look interesting. Zay, you already got NVIDIA news. What do you mean give some NVIDIA news? You already got news on it. That's why it is currently up 2.5% while AMD and MU are just selling. NVIDIA is thriving. Rag, are you talking about in this market right now today? You had a long? The fade is blurry. J-Dot, is that good or is that bad? I don't know if that's good or bad, but appreciate it. Blew my 50K, damn. What's your bias? SO. I have one bias in this market. If anybody in the world thinks I'm interested in shorting, not even close. Do I think we're just going to continue to blow off the top day in, day in, day? No. Eventually, we will get a pullback. We have not had a single fucking pullback except during our session. During our session, we have taken all of the consolidation, which has, like we talked about, has provided that New York move every single day. If that's the hit we take, I'm fine. Cool. We'll continue to consolidate so New York can absolutely thrive. I'll trade New York. I don't care. I haven't touched it with futures, though, which is interesting. But you're not going to find me shorting this. You won't. What I would rather do than short it is just simply wait for a pullback and see if it holds a support. I have zero interest, especially when you look across the board at the markets, of shorting any of this. Even with AMD getting slaughtered on earnings, we are still rallying. So the strength is still there. It's obviously semiconductors have been doing well. We could easily rotate out of semiconductors and this market continues to go higher. Its bias is short. All right, Polar Bear. RTY was the only one with a somewhat decent entry today. RTY or YM. Yeah, I could see that. They obviously didn't get as large of moves. Did they? Doesn't look like it. Oh, can't look anymore. I have to look at the actual percentages. But I will be interested to see what NQ wants to do here. Just based off the little price action we have. NQ and ES. ES at this point looks like it wants 7,800, possibly higher. So 18 points is not insane at all. I think it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to trade. So we'll see with that. I do think there's a lot of opportunity for NQ, even if it wants to get back up to 950s. Sorry, I'm just looking at charts. But chat, how'd you guys do today? By the way, we do need to take smaller trades to the downside. I'm open to it. I'm not blindly going to be longing this. Because at the same time, if you think I'm just blindly longing every dip on this up here, after ES rallied 500 points in 4 days, not necessarily the greatest entry point. Like I normally talk about, this is a 5-minute chart. Do I want to enter here? Not really. Not really at all. I would love a decent sized pullback throughout the market. I kind of wanted, this was my plan. And I feel like NVIDIA is kind of failing that, or as well as the rest of the market. I wanted AMD to get crushed on earnings so the indices would get a more aggressive pullback before our session that we could then trade off of. That's not happening. AMD got the bad earnings. I mean, they did good on earnings, but got crushed. And the indices obviously are still green. So we'll see if we just get another day of buying pressure. Eventually, one of these days will pull back a little bit. But if we continue to consolidate throughout the overnight, we're just setting up New York to continue to trend every day. Fast, no need to have FOMO. None at all. I mean, technically I barely made anything today compared to what I have been making and compared to the move we made. Remember when I asked yesterday if today was going to consolidate? Yep. The last 2 days, we've said the exact same analysis. If we can get over X, this chart can go straight to all-time highs. Last night, our thesis was this like last month's high area. As long as we continue to hold 76.30s, all-time highs was sub 50-ish, 60-ish points away. We then said, fuck all-time highs, and ripped another 150 points into fresh all-time highs. With that, I believe there are 2 indexes at all-time highs now. YM and ES. There's nothing stopping NQ from trying something similar. Am I saying NQ is going to go straight up another, what was that, 1,300 points? Probably not, right? We'll probably see some type of pullback in there. The big catalyst for me is going to be NFP and how we kind of react to that. The only thing is we have a whole nother trading day before that. So if we want to get continued buying pressure or even consolidate into NFP and tomorrow just be a horrible trading day because it's just straight range, I'm open to it. You long or short, I'm in nothing. I'm drastically less interested in shorts. Drastically. Why do I have a voicemail? Sorry, I'm looking at the stream because someone said it was buffering. It looks fine. Might have buffered for a second. Yeah, it looks like it's all right now. Pass an eval, made 2K in the fund after. Hell yeah. Are we going to sell off in Asia? Jose, I have no expectations of shorting. I really don't. I would rather be more aggressive on longs and just take a couple stops than aggressively short this market. Wholeheartedly. Bass, if it does, I can try to switch back to the other Wi-Fi. But it might be just the latency on the Wi-Fi right now. I don't know why it's bugging a little bit today. Oil's back at 75. Damn. Gold pulling back. The indices look strong, but ES and NQ are a little stuck thus far. So we have ES kind of fighting this. with this more so as the downside. And then NQ is just fighting this area. Jose, I just can't even see a reason to want to short. Not even, like, unless you just want a big pullback. But there's no conviction of a pullback happening yet. No, trader, you would see, I'm on Tradevate today, or I'm on Tradeify today. So you'll see all positions. You can see I haven't even touched this account once this week, or else there would be something sitting on that. So I haven't taken a single futures trade yet this entire week. Bass, I don't know, because we haven't been making crazy moves within this range. I just don't know how much Allen would be. I mean, 46 points. He might be taking something. He might be. Been crazy, so I cashed out on Microsoft. Did you? I know a lot of you guys were talking about Microsoft for a minute. Yeah, nice little rally today. I'm still very interested in CRM if it can get above like 190, 195s. Then I think it can make a really large move, which I'll be willing to put money on. At the moment, though, I'm full cash on options. Volatility so low, I thought my DOM was frozen. Yeah. I mean, it's not as bad as it was the last 2 days. I'll give it that. I will fully give it that. My internet, I think, is being ass. Let me check real quick. No, internet's fine. Internet's actually cruising. I'm pushing 500 right now. Amazon did go nuts. My buddy texted me asking what happened with Amazon because he has a bunch of shares because he works for him. Amazon had a decent pullback today, though. Decent pullback. See how it holds the prior all-time high test. If it ends up holding that, you get a push right back into 290s. I'm actually watching NQ to see if I want to try like a small stab. I'm just waiting to see how we react to this area. Because if we do reject, I'm not interested. Thus far, this isn't looking too promising. Do you ever take leaps? Not really, Polar Bear. If I do, I have to take it in my other options account because I don't want to day trade and have heavy swing trades in the same account. Just because then if I start trading that name on a lower time frame, I'll have the urge to trim it. So for me to take leaps, I need to fund the TOS account, which I'm not opposed to doing. I'm just not going to be buying leaps when ES just rallied 500 points. I would rather wait for a bigger pullback, something like that to happen, then I'd be more interested in it. Or taking them in the beginning portion of that move when we were more interested in longs. What up, Gaia? How you doing? All right, so we have NQ rejecting the higher end of the range so far. I feel like if there's trades today, I'm going to go back to Thursday's type of mentality where I'm looking for kind of hit and runs on it. Like if I get an NQ, ideally a 20-point stop, because I would be using an actual NQ contract just because I hate trading MNQ. If I get an ES, probably 2 contracts, looking for like a 4-ish point stop. Most of the tickers didn't reflect the 1,000-point move. No, Chris, that's the thing about the NQ. You don't need a lot to really get that big momentum. You just need names like AMD, MU, and Amazon to push. And I mean, you have NVIDIA pushing as well. So semiconductors themselves are just ripping. That alone is enough to push the entire market because of the market cap between those. So I'm definitely interested in watching how we do react up here, because at some point we will pull back, and it's just, is that pullback going to be bought? Is it going to be held? I think NFP is going to be a really big factor in that. $30 minutes so far is failing a little bit with 6 minutes left. 15's more neutral, but we do have gold pulling back pretty decently. So I gotta do 4. Chad, I'm gonna try a small short here. If it fills me. Yeah. I'm gonna do a small short on NQ with a tighter stop. Just trading the range. Filled me at 30. I'm gonna throw a stop at 50, and it's gonna be a hard stop. I'm just going to target that. Quick little Thursday style trade. See if we can get continuation or not. I'm going to lower stop down to 38. So stop is now set here. And I'm leaving the trade. So now it's $160 risk. NQ to 27K runs trading NQ. I mean, me trading it in general is something you guys won't see often. I do think we could hit the open. There's 2 reasons I'm targeting this. One, I know like 12 or 60 points would lock me out of this account, which would be great. I'd be the days locked out on it, that close to passing, whatever. But I'm just going to target this low for now. Can we hit the open if we get a continued push? Yeah. But I'm going for that Thursday type of mindset where I'm looking for like 1.5 to 2R trades and just trading those. Crazy, I didn't think you were on the 2 minute. Thought my screen was bugging. Gaia, we on it. To be fair, I really wanted to get in like here, but I was watching how he reacted. Part of the reasoning I'm willing to take this is the 30 and the overall structure, right? If we do push lower in the next 3-ish minutes, there's an uglier 30-minute candle, possible lower high, could give us a little bit of a downtrend, as well as the 5-minute structure just kind of consolidating and rejecting off this high. So we're just trading the lower time frame range right now, the overall trend, seeing if we can get that little bit of a pullback. What do you think a good position is to make 400 bucks? For me, usually smaller size, where I'm risking like 200 max. Look for some type of higher conviction 2-hour trade. Hassan, that's why I don't have high expectations of it at all. I'm willing to take a smaller size short trade with lower targets because we're just trading the overall range and the structure. If it holds, and I'll be wrong. Looks like we might be holding a little bit. Got to see how the 5 closes for the most part. A little stronger. 15, if it closes higher, more of an inside bar. Likely going to take a small stop. I'll risk 160 bucks. Would need this 2 minute to kind of reject our open here, or our entry here, to push a little bit lower. Jose, ES isn't an uptrend on the lower time frames. I'm in NQ. It's one of the reasons I'm willing to take the short versus if I was in ES. I'm just trading off the overall resistance right above us that we started to reject. Got a little bit of a late entry, but I'm willing to take it. Especially because now with the risk to reward, I mean, you're talking 4.5-ish. But stop is moved for me to 38. So if we start to get up towards this prior low at all, back towards this resistance, I'm out. Bro, I just got 3 different spam calls. I don't know who leaked my number, but it's going. See if we can just get a quick little push lower. W leaker? No, Polar Bear. It's not W leaker. I don't want my number leaked. Bro, me and my buddies back in high school used to do that all the time to each other. Where if we ever needed a phone number to put into something where we knew we would end up getting spam calls, we would do each other's. We had a project, and mind you, the school I went to, this was our like financial literacy class to understand finances. One of the first things they did was teach us how to write a check. That's it. Second, we had to choose a career path and like build a budget for ourselves. If we did that, I did some underwater welding thing because obviously I was in welding and I knew that made a lot of money. You had to put your number in to get like the career information. So I put my buddies in and he got a bunch of calls for like underwater welding interest. And he was so pissed. Let's see what chat thinks on the poll, by the way. I forgot to do one. Cole, don't worry. That one's kind of in there. One of my friends you'd like to put us in the recruiting things for the military. Hell yeah. He's just looking out for you. That's it. He's just being a homie. Kyle, I got that all the time. Mainly because my brother was in. Hell yeah, Rain. What up, Miss Kate? Oh, Stop's probably nuked here in a second after that little NQ candle. I got the 30-minute close I wanted. All right, we're back alive. Dude, I don't know how you guys trade NQ every day. Like, just living through wicks like that, it's just not a good time. It's just not a good time at all. Now, mind you, the P&L is phenomenal. It is. But just the volatile little wicks you get on 1 second is nuts. It's hell. Well, don't do it. See if we can get down to at least like 800 here. Acts like he doesn't love it. I mean, if I was in heavy size, then I would hate every second of it. But the fact that I'm just in one NQ with quite literally a sub 10-point stop, I do not care what happens with this trade. Welcome to NASDAQistan. Not worse than gold? I don't know, Simon. It depends. At least gold, you can trade the micros, and they're going to trade similar to the minis. NQ, if I trade NQ, I've put it in my mind, I have to trade the actual NQ. I'm about to switch to ES myself. Do it. It is a much smoother, cleaner, happier world. People say the grass doesn't get greener. It does. The only thing, your P&L won't be as much because of how crazy NQ returns are. But you just got to size up a little bit if you want. I will say, though, if you're used to NQ volatility and risk, you could probably use some decent size trading ES if you trade minis on NQ. Shit, even 5 micros on NQ is equivalent to like 1 mini on ES. I'm going to trail this down to break even at 30. So personally, I'm just going risk off for this. See if we can get those last few points. I just don't want to see us wick hold without hitting that low and then losing on it. So we're going to trail that a little bit. Try it, Ron. You're playing with my emotions, man. You converted me to MES, ES. Then I come in here and you're trading NQ. Aaron, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trading the weaker name. To be fair, looking at these charts, just look at the difference on this. Look at ES, smooth, steady flow down. NQ, erased the entire move, faded all the way back down, almost hit target, half of the move gone, and now we're right back to where we were. This is diabolical, dude. Bass, hopefully, but that'll never happen. NQ people are loyalists. Carrie, the delay shouldn't be crazy. I'll check myself. Give me 1 second. I gotta up my quality because it looks terrible. It looks like it's currently around. Oh no, I'm 5 seconds behind. No, you're like 5 seconds. That's normal. Yeah, just make sure you're live because I just checked live as well, and it automatically put me 5 seconds behind. Little late today. What up, Rev? Appreciate you being here. No girl can manipulate me worse than NQ. Brandon, that's what it's for, you know? You build that adversary trading NQ, and then everything else in the world is just easier. Opinion on NVIDIA tomorrow, Zay. If you can continue to hold over 215s, I love that chart. I think it has a lot of room over 215s. It's just really going to depend on the overall market. If the market wants a consolidation day or to pull back, NVIDIA may take a little bit of a hit on that. Nice gap so far, though. I know that you're in it. I actually talked about that earlier. But as long as it can hold this 215s, you're getting a huge gap over a big daily resistance. And that's now going to be a pretty heavy support. So anything over 215s, you have a lot of room, like a shitload of room. So I'll see what it does. I'm not really interested in getting in a new position just because of how much it's already moved in the gap on it. But I do think it has potential to get a larger squeeze if it wants to. Bass, it really depends because there's two ways to look at that. You can trade a handful of assets to give you that same setup, or you can just trade a smaller basket of assets and be patient, right? You're just kind of trading one for the other. One will have you looking at a bunch of different charts for that setup that you love, where the other will likely just have you being more patient, waiting for your name to make the setup that you want. And there's nothing wrong with either. Yeah, we might get hit here. Break even. Getting some buying pressure. We'll see though. But dude, fucking, I see why people tilt trading NQ on the 2 minute. I fully understand it. Like if this hits target, even though I truly don't care what this position does, it's just like you see a candle, you're like, ah, damn, might take a stop. And you're like, oh, shit, we're back. 2 minutes later, coming for the stop again. Welcome to my life, dude. This seems miserable. This seems fucking miserable to do every day. ES is just so smooth, and this is the greatest comparison. I like the pain. Oh, well, there's the pain. Break even. Had some profits. Lost it in about 2 seconds. Close all orders. All right. A little bit of a ripstick there. Damn. Got the pullback we wanted, just not to the extent we wanted. It smelled fear. NQ will do that. I might switch back to ES. But also, I see why you guys love NQ. It is crazy, though, that my P&L is actively 0 after that trade. Like I will say, I got a perfect fill. Somehow it wiped everything and it's just perfectly flat. Normally you get a little bit of slippage. What up, Hitch? Taylor, I wanted that bounce to play out. I just wanted, what, 4 points lower? I think would have hit target. Low, 802. Yeah, we were about 5 points away from actually getting filled. It knew you moved the stop. Bass, that would have nuked the other stop as well, I think. Yeah, because I went to 38. What up, Ledger? How you doing? I think that's it. That was my last thank you trade. Ron, welcome to the good side. It can still come down. Eldred, it will. But the last thing you're going to see me do is overtrade on NQ. That ain't going to happen. If anything, I'm likely now just going to take stabs on ES. NQ had its chance. The 15 looks different now, right? When you look at this 15-minute chart, I was taking the lower high, which triggered, ended up getting the push, targeting this low. Didn't quite get there. We have 2 minutes left to see if this is going to close a fair to go lower or not. If it is, I'm not shorting this candle. At the same time, though, this 2 minute is fucking diabolical, dude. Diabolical. Yeah, Ledger, right before you got on, I was in a short off the resistance up here, targeting this low. We got closed, then I got break evened. Now NQ will hit your TP. Welcome to NQ. I mean, look at the difference between NQ and ES, though. Yes, ES pulled back a little bit, but it reversed half of that move to where you could still be in the trade, where NQ just 30 seconds nuked everything. Just GG's. Yeah, I got hit break even. I was just messing around on NQ for the most part. Especially now with the 15-minute looking like it is. I'm not interested in any type of real pullback. At least not yet. Can still happen. But I'm okay even if I need to be a little more aggressive this session and just have some fun trading. You had an insane entry? Polar Bear, I actually thought my entry was late, personally. As I was looking at it, like, yeah, right here wasn't a bad entry. I think it was right here on the fill. Oh, stop still there. It was right around here. I really wanted like up here. But I was watching how this candle was going to close, and then by the time the next one opened, it started to push. But no, I would take that entry again. I wouldn't have any problems with that, especially because of my expectations. I wasn't looking for a 300-point move on NQ, just to trade the range. What are the other indices doing? Because at the same time, what I was watching that you guys obviously couldn't see because I wasn't on this chart is YM, RTY, all kind of in this smaller little downtrend on the 5. And I was trading with that conviction as well. I still think we could pull back. I'm willing to take more stabs. I'm just going to be watching. But I'm open to trading either direction. I'm just looking to take little base hits today, because that's basically all we've been getting the entire week. Brandon's onto it. You caught on. Brandon's a knower. I'll give him that. But yeah, chat, you said Ron's testing us. Run the likes up. You right. You right. If they get up there, we'll run one. Let me check the sheet. Because I think we're still... Because we still have the 50K, so we still need to be more aggressive with likes. Let's see. Where are we sitting account-wise? Oh, we're chilling. Yeah, we could run one. Yeah, we didn't do one yesterday. Chat. Let's make it. So we're about an hour in, 155. How many likes do we have? 154. Since I neglected you guys a little bit, I'll shave a couple off the top. I think we can agree on that. You guys think 185 is the sound number? I think it's solid. What I will be doing is watching. Because one thing I noticed, the likes don't shoot up by 50 at a time when I don't do a giveaway. So I'll continue to monitor the likes a little bit. But if we end up getting 185 likes on stream, we'll run one. We'll be nice. What would that be? Chat. Oh wait, what would? Do we do it again, chat? Do we try it again on NQ just for the love of the game? I'll try it one more time on NQ. I clicked the button. Where did it fill me? Oh my lord. I clicked the button right here. It filled me down here. For the love of the game, we'll do a little heat check on it. This will now be a little bit bigger of a stop. More than I wanted, but it's an eval. Do I still want this? Or do I want like that? I'll go this. We'll go same target. This is currently just an eval. I'm not doing insane risk. I'm just trading NQ within the range. Take a little stab on it. I'll go with you. Don't follow me. Never follow me. Especially on NQ. Because NQ is a volatile little shit. Mind of a mink. I don't know if you're just noticing, because I know you've been on stream, but I'm not Jake. We're doing good, brother. We're doing good. Right now, I'm just ripping some Tradeify evals. See if I can get past. I got a god-awful entry on this one for the fill. But, you know, I guess that's just perks of trading NQ. Too bad we're rolling with the homie. Hell yeah, Ledger. I was too excited. Appreciate you. Bear at heart. Dude, I am a full bull at heart. I hate being bearish because when I get bearish, dude, I want the entire market to crash immediately. I want everything to go wrong, and I want the largest sell-off in the world to happen when I'm bearish. All right, probably going to take a little hit here. Or not. Maybe not. Dude, fucking cute. I don't know how you guys do this daily. Appreciate you, Ledger. But yeah, I'm just trading an eval right now. Pretty much, Polar Bear. I mean, pretty fucking much. That's why I hate being bearish. And I'm not even bearish right now. I just want to pull back. I'm just trying to trade the range. If we break the range, I'll flip bias immediately. But I'm not going to be immediately entering long. I have a bad feeling about where that stop is compared to that wick. And probably the asset we're trading doesn't help that. Yeah, mind to Ming, just be patient. Definitely don't blindly follow what I'm doing for sure, because I'm just having fun ripping an eval. Trading NQ, which I'd never do at all. But no, just wait for a little bit of conviction. You'll be able to find a little base hit trade. Yeah, Anti-Droid, I'm not necessarily, like, I know exactly what you mean. I'm going against the trend, but I'm trading this on NQ, right? I'm looking for quite literally just over 30 points. So I'm not necessarily going against trend because, yes, this is what the daily looks like. But this daily candle in perspective is 1,100 points. I'm just looking for a little 30-point trade. So I don't consider that really going against trend if I'm looking for shorter conviction. If I was looking for a 200 to 300 point trade, then yeah, I'm going against trend for sure. D-Bot, that's why I'm low conviction on an eval. We have ranged the past 2 days. We looked at it yesterday. The past 2 trading sessions we've had, we have gotten a total of 20 points of movement on ES, which is why I am barely looking for anything right now. Yeah, and Anti-Droid, I'm bullish overall, wholeheartedly. I am. 300 points or bust. At some point, we will get that, like that kind of pullback. It's just when. It could be days from now. Short's looking okay right now, unless ES side wants to run. Right now, my main thing isn't really ES, it's NQ. If NQ actually gets this conviction over 850s, I think it can make a pretty aggressive move to the upside. NQ's like cocaine. Brother, I see it. I see why you guys trade this and why I also don't trade it often. All in the same trade. Should eat a stop in a second on this. Should. Just based off structure at the moment. We weren't able to break lower. We have a 5-minute inside bar. Even if we want to fail that high, I'll be wicked. So I'm already anticipating that stop to get hit on it. Trader Skeets. I'm fairly confident you have also asked me about full porting a data event as well. And that's going to be the same thing. It's just gambling if your strategy is full port the open. All right, 8 stop. Eval not off to a hot start, down 400. See, chat, even when I'm being a little degenerate, my risk is still low. But yeah, no, brother, if that is, I know you're probably joking for the most part. No, it's not a viable strategy. Agreed, T-Bot. Mind of Mink. Minor setback for a major comeback. You got this. Do I just and continuously take the exact same trade on NQ. Be delusional. Take the trade until it works. Blow the account on 15 stabs. Bro, test it for us. I'm still in longs. Ron's my liquidity. Oh, you're still in shorts. Hell yeah. This is why, I mean, my stop was obviously aggressively tight on NQ. Aggressively tight. But it's also because I'm trading an NQ mini right now. Yeah, I should just follow the exact definition of insanity. I'm going to do the exact same trade over and over until it finally works. One day. No, Ledger, I'm just being aggressive with entries. Not necessarily aggressive with entries, but I'm trying to get tighter stops, right? If I get in at 30, put a stop up at 70, I'm risking $800. That's more than I'm wanting to risk. But I'm also not willing to trade micros. Buy the dip, sell the rip. Jack, the amount of people I have seen on social media posting about how there's no entries because there's no pullbacks at all is on another level. It's like the people it's like the exact same thing as everyone who in July was saying that is the worst price action in the world. This price action is phenomenal. If you bought at any point during the day today, you likely made money. Even if you just blindly bought with no stop, you made money. Ledger, I don't like my problem with micros on NQ is just the MNQ aspect of it. I just have a vendetta against MNQ because of that random discrepancy it'll get. And I know I get more irritated when that happens and that stops me out versus just trading a larger contract. Not me, I got wicked, damn. Anyone that bought and prayed, their prayers answered? I mean, yes and no, because I bought and prayed on CRM, and it moved a little bit, but I lost a decent amount of value on the gap lower. And then this consolidation didn't help. Which, mind you, the trade, I think I closed out for like 50%, which isn't nuts. It isn't bad, is what it is. Just came in into a trade, buy or sell, when a trend like that. I mean, Rob, to be fair, that's an actual strategy when you're trading the momentum. See if Asia crashes the market or if we're able to get back over 850s. I do like that NQ continues to reject 850s because it opens that downside potential. It's just how aggressive do you want to be with it? I'm going to wait till Asia open volatility chills out. If the trade finally works and I don't just degen into it, son of a bitch. Because it probably will. $5K in New York with 3 micros. Damn, Jose. 3 micros on MNQ, I'm guessing. Asia going to sell for the Ledger. Ledger, where's your target? I'm going to be honest, though. I just want some movement. I just don't know what direction we're going to... Like, obviously, I think we can move to the upside for sure. But I want something. Because the last 2 days, this is all we've done. This is it. This is all we've gotten every day. Give me a little bit of love one way or the other. Even if I'm not in it. Just give us a trend. Give us some hope. Alan has a degen entry post, or an image he posts on entries. I love that. Arvin, I'm not entirely sure. Probably not. I mean, I wouldn't really say, if I'm looking at names, I wouldn't really say SpaceX is the thing that made the market rip. Because you can look at SpaceX, yes, it made a nice move. But if you look at the bigger names, like AMD pushing up 16%, MU making the same move, NVIDIA getting aggressive buying pressure, I think these are the primary focus. Did it help move it? Yeah, probably, because of the overall market cap. Oh, you're right there. You're still in, brother. But that is NQ. What I've learned is this is NQ. You look like the trade's going to work flawlessly. Then you look like you're going to get wrecked. Then it starts to work in your momentum again. Then it looks like you're going to get wrecked. And that is just the whirlwind you have to live through. Like now, this is probably going to buy back up, put in a little bit of a lower wick. Ledger's going to be like, damn, I'm getting stopped again. And then it's going to sell. Then it's going to get 5 points from his profit and go back higher. Ledger, you're just doing a little like 1-to-1. Keep Ledger on what? Guy, I was taking a few stabs. And yeah. I still think it pulls back. Ledger, that's the thing to do on a chart like that. Enter, set your orders, walk away. I mean, I do it on ES, let alone NQ. You're feeling good. These 3 wicks. What? Which one of these wicks makes you feel good? Is it this one or that one? Or this one or that one? Wait, tell me which in this price action makes you feel wonderful. It's like the doctor thing. Look at this picture and show me where NQ hurt you. You got in at 59. Ledger, I do too. I wouldn't have taken those trades if I didn't believe we actually get somewhat of a pullback. You only trade 5 minutes? That's probably my problem, dude. Oh, fuck, the 5 minute looks exactly like how you would think it would. This chart is fire, full of opportunities. Randy, what chart are you looking at right now? What chart? Unless you are a 30-point scalper and you are ripping, what opportunities are you looking at? 59 stop. Nice. Right over high a day. $35 entry, basically. Nice. Chat, we are about halfway on the light goal for the giveaway. Just letting you guys know, giving you a little reminder in case you didn't see it on screen. I'll actually make that bigger for you. We'll go 32. Oh yeah, Ledger, I definitely didn't think you were being like degenerate on the trade at all. Usually you can tell in chat when someone's going full degen mode or not. 15 corrected itself a little bit. 30's trying to hold. The YM looks rather interesting. You go to these charts, look at like the mid time frames, the bigger consolidation the YM's had throughout the day. Definitely looks more interesting if it wants to get a continuation aspect. Go up towards like 55K. The dailies just, dude, the dailies are so aggressive. So fucking aggressive. I'm going to take one for the team and scalp the range so it can break out. Good luck, brother. I'm 100% being degenerate. You know, we like to hear that. My wallet hurts the most. It'll do that to you, Brandon. It will. It'll do that to you. And cooked. Welcome to the NQ. It's a lovely ride, ain't it? Friend of mine blew a funded, but he wants to know if he should buy the reset or start a new account. Jeepers. Ask your friend if he's consistent, and if so, how consistent is he? But also, like in my perspective, I don't see a logical reasoning for buying a funded account reset. Because let's say I pass this, like these evals. Let's say I pass them, I get 4 fundeds, and then I blow them. I could reset each of those accounts for like $400 or $500, or I could just trade an eval for a few days. Worst case, I have an opportunity to trade 4 to 5 evals for a few days. So I don't like the reset on funded accounts, especially just because of the dollar cost they are. Ledger, there's no way it does this to us, right? There's no way. Larshi, what are you referring to? Trade it if you want to blow. Any open trades? No, brother. Not at the moment. I took 2 stabs on NQ and got break even and then stopped. George, I'm not going to lie, I'm watching it. I would have wanted an entry around 50 if I took anything on NQ. I really don't love 40 just because we need to pull. If we get a pullback, it can go all the way up to like 70s. But I like the potential, especially when you look at something like the 5-minute structure. If I get rid of everything, it's a weaker structure in general. So I still think the overall thesis can work, just might not be in. No good, PA. Agreed. That's also why I'm currently only trading evals. We have ranged the last 2 days, have not gotten any continuation whatsoever in any direction during this session. So that is my expectations until proven otherwise. Probably for a majority of the week. What's your view on ES now? Exact same thing, Lear. I mean, I'm going to lean more to the upside on the broader scale because of what we're doing. I would fucking love to see a pullback to prior all-time highs. Dream world, sell off all the way down to there, and I'm happy. But it doesn't have to happen, right? Buyers are obviously in control. At some point, we will get a bigger pullback day because, once again, the last 4 trading days, we've rallied 500 points, 450 points, whatever it is. At some point, we will get a broader pullback. What the market's doing, though, because people will look at this chart and say, this isn't like healthy just because of how aggressive it's being. If you go to the lower time frames, it's actually very healthy because we're getting what we've talked about, especially during this session. Rally throughout the New York, pull back throughout the overnight, rally through New York, consolidate overnight, rally New York, consolidate overnight. So we're getting a very clear trend. These consolidations are giving us the opportunity for New York to get that continuation. But at one point, the daily will consolidate. It will. I'm not saying it has to right now. But what I'm more interested in is just seeing what like NFP does this week. If it ends up fueling the indices or if we end up getting a little bit of a pullback off of that. Yeah, Ledger. It's also part of the problem with the Wix is currently just a low volume. There's probably people that did it where you have a flex account or what would it be, a select on Tradeify, and you just bought the open and let it rip. Last 4 days were the healthiest 4-day move. Yeah, Adrian, you'll still have people say that it's overextended, even though we're only up 6%. I appreciate you, Mink. It means a lot. By the way, chat, I know Jake teased about a new broker today a little bit. I have been trading on it just a little bit. And I'm going to be honest, it's pretty fucking sick. And y'all know me. I was Tradeivate for 4 years straight before even thinking about using TradeC. But it's pretty solid. Had a friend turn 5K into 70K last Thursday. That's crazy. That is nuts. Leak it? Nah. Not even a shot. That ain't my thing to do. If Jake wants to do it, he does it. It's funny how we joked about a 1,500 point rally and low key was the move. Zay, that's how it goes. But I mean, I feel like these moves were some of the cleanest moves out there when you really look at the indices. You know, clear as day, if we get above this big daily resistance, yesterday we were fighting this. If we can get above these wicks, NQ has a shitload of room. ES above this pivot was easily all-time highs. We break all-time highs, we get continuation. I don't even think we really phased at all-time highs, which is basically 7,700. We went to 7,700, put in one 15-minute red candle, and then proceeded to rip another 85 points on ES. That is nuts. But it just shows how strong the market is. Big, heavy consolidation the last like 2.5 months. It's going to lead to a larger move. Need NVIDIA to look like that tomorrow? Zay. If NVIDIA goes to like 225, you may see me cry live on stream. If I'm not in a position, you may see me just straight fucking crash out and cry midstream. Because the amount of 210s I had in the beginning of the week would be painful. Zay, I mean, that's the move I've been looking for on NVIDIA while trading it. I haven't even gotten the full move that I've wanted in one given day, which is why I've been willing to trade it. But it is what it is now. I caught my piece. I'm still open to taking more. We'll just have to see how it reacts. Yeah, Adrian, there's still so much room. But what that tells me is what we've been talking about. If the rest of big tech wants to get a continuation and a push, then we can look for those names for those larger moves. Today was primarily fueled off of a few names. Mainly just semiconductors. Obviously, you have random names like CRM, CRWD. But if we can get that bigger continuation on names like Meta, names like Microsoft, Netflix, just bigger hitters like that, we can see the next leg pretty easily. You just always got to remember the market can always be more irrational than you can be solvent. Take a shot every time Ron says NVIDIA. I'm on. I'm just saying what that means is I've been talking about this chart a lot. Hard buffer is still doing it. Let's see. Chad, are we back? I don't know why it's doing this. This is why I used the other internet, but it went bad at first. We good? You sure we good? Because I'm looking at it on my phone. It's not even close to being live. All right, Chad, are we good or no? If not, I'm switching to the other internet. Good now, you sure? What's crazy is my internet's fine, but for some reason on this internet, the stream doesn't run as efficiently. I don't see a lot of people saying we're good. So that makes me question it a little bit. I can hear you, Bet. All right, we should be good. For some reason, there we go. We're live on the delay. Perfect. Chad, if that happens again, I'm switching back to the other internet. I don't know why this internet's doing that. The internet's running fine. I'm running like 500 megabits and like 80 uploads, so it shouldn't be happening. So I don't know if it's the internet or if it's YouTube, but I feel like it's probably the internet. Third 7,500 payout in these Lucid 25K Pros. I don't think you realize how crazy 7,500 on Pros are, or on 25K accounts is. That is insane. But yeah, chat, sorry about the buffers. There's not shit I can do about it right now. I don't know why it's doing it. I'll look into it more, but the internet should be fine. Apparently it's not, even though it says it is. You're on your internet on your phone. No, Bass, actually this one I'm not on my phone. My phone's on my internet. I'm on my brother's. Umar, I see it. I'll look at it. I'm just making sure stream's good first. But no, the one thing I was saying before it kind of buffered a little bit is obviously y'all joke about how much I was talking about the video the past week and a half. There's a damn good reason. Since we've been talking about this, in this initial break over 97.5s, it's rallied 8%. I think this move is barely even started if NVIDIA actually wants buying pressure. And a lot of you guys have made really, really good money off of that. That is exactly why I will harp on one name when I am in love with a chart until I'm not anymore. And I love seeing you guys make money with it. I still think NQ can get a bigger pullback, but this 2-minute chart looks fucking atrocious. I may not even trade an eval on it yet. Gold. What do I think about a gold short? I think if you're going to short anything, gold's definitely the weakest chart out there. Gold is the weakest chart in the overall market. If it continues to give selling pressure, I like it. Especially if the 15 can close below 130s. I'm just not aggressively short because at some point, if gold continues to hold, it'll likely see a more aggressive rally, even if it's just up to the high of the range. I'll be paying attention to it. I'm not convinced in any direction on gold yet while it's in this range. Below 40.50, above 4,200, I'm really interested in it. Inside of that, not much. Not much at all. Aman, are you talking about trading shots or shots? NVIDIA. Wait. How can you say you're 4 shots in? I don't think I should trade it anymore. If you're talking about NVIDIA longs, it's like long in the market today. It's really hard to lose. Jack, what do you mean the live slippage? Yeah, it's looking bullish. It is. It is. Mind of Mick, I love seeing you guys do well. Mind you, I want to do well as well. I love making money. I love doing well in my career. But I love seeing you guys, especially just off of me giving analysis, being able to take trades and execution. And just me talking about a chart. Like right now, I don't know if Zay is in because I've talked about it a lot, but he's in an ES long or in NVIDIA long, and it's gapping up. And it's going to probably get a decent return, at least near the open, as long as it holds. Yeah, Umar, for me, gold's in a spot where it can be interesting, but the way I look at it is like trading the indices during our session the last 3 days. It's been pretty ass, just stuck in a range. Now, mind you, today's the first actual futures trade I've taken all week, and I decided to straight up be aggressive on an eval, and I'm okay with that. But until we actually get a bigger continuation during our session, I have low expectations. Mind of Mick, I want to see all of you guys get payouts. But Jack, what live slippage are you referring to? Simon, are you talking about the P&L right below me? If so, no. I took a NQ short off the rejection of 50 earlier when we got, actually up here. So I took this short with a target at 96.5, I think, for a pullback into this. We pulled back like 5-ish points away, and then I took another stab up here on it. So this one went break even. This one ended up being a loss. We're just looking for a little bit of a pullback throughout the session. Trader Skeets, I answered that question at the beginning of the stream because you asked the exact same question. You need $400. What size should I use? First, I can't really answer that question. There's a lot of unknown variables. There are. That's like someone coming up to me and saying, I want to run a mile. What pace should I run? I don't know what your cardio is. You could run an easy 8-minute mile. You could run a 15-minute mile. Yeah, you're good. But it's size-wise, it's not a real question I can answer. Because are you a scalper? Are you looking for larger moves? Do you usually trade 3R, 2R, 1.5R, 1R? There's just a lot of big questions you could ask. What I would do is just use the size you're comfortable with to where you'd be looking to make like $450 on the trade. You're good, trader. What would your expectations go into the overnight and maybe for your New York session? Don't know if you went over it already. I did a little bit, Ollie, but not necessarily. I'm still bullish on the indices wholeheartedly. There's no reason not to be with how aggressive we are. At one point, we will get a pullback. My job isn't to try to time the top and look for that bigger pullback. So for now, what I want to do is continue to get the buying pressure. If we end up breaking this resistance on NQ, it's going to be the exact same as this one. We break it, get a bigger push above it. That can rip us straight to last month's highs, which is 30,560. If we went up there tomorrow, I'd be like, well, market's still strong. It is what it is. We're ripping. Now, mind you, at some point, we will, like I said, we will get that pullback. We will find a daily support to get that confirmation of, all right, this is going to be the shorter term low, or end up getting a larger push down. But right now, market's strong. Throughout the overnight, thus far, I expect exactly what I've expected the last few nights. This is all we've gotten. This is all I really expect. Until we see this happen, like this not happen and we actually get a continuation, then I'm okay with it. If ES can actually hold above this like 83 area, especially get above 86, I think we can see another leg. Main target, obviously psychological area. We're at all-time highs. What I like to do is I'm using either 25-point or 50-point kind of targets. It's either going to be that or use something like Gamma to give you actual levels. But I'm going to be looking 7,800, 78.25, 78.50s. See how we react to them. Thus far, though, ES is aggressively strong, and I do like it. But mainly anticipating just consolidation for now. How do you identify a believable pullback in real time? Randy, it depends on what the price action's been doing. Like on ES and NQ at the moment, if we get any selling pressure, am I going to believe we're going to get a larger pullback? No, I'm not. Just because we haven't been doing that. I'm going to anticipate more of a consolidation, quicker pullback that gets bought up. I identify things based off of what the market's currently giving us. Back here, I didn't believe we would get much continuation most days because the market hadn't been doing it for months, actually. So I'm just going off what the current market structure is. Right now, the market's in an opportunity to buy every dip for the most part and look for it to end up getting that continuation. This barcode crap is lame. It is. Don't worry though, chat. With our session thus far, for the Asia overall stats on this week, if we don't break this high that we just set, we get to add another 8 points to our range. We'll be at a total of 28 for a 3-day period. And those are just phenomenal numbers. Sorry I'm late, but why didn't you trail your stop loss in the first trade? Chili, first trade I did. I took 2. First trade I caught a larger NQ move down, just didn't get to my target, trailed it break even. Second trade I got in, went down a little bit, and then shot up to stop. Also, I don't trail stops aggressively. I typically will move a stop with structure. Out the gate when I get in a trade, especially if it's a more aggressive entry, I want to trail the stop quicker just to reduce risk a little bit. Because most of the time during this session, I'm going to run a little bit of a wider stop than I think I actually need. Simply just because of the way this chart usually moves during this time slot. But not everybody trail stops, so that's something that's important. There's trades where I will never move my stop once, and there's trades where I will aggressively trail. All depends on expectations. Appreciate the NQ trash talk though. Bass, it was needed. It was much needed. Chat, we do have 30 minutes left. I know we lost a few viewers when it was buffering, is what it is. If we can still get to 185, thumbs up on the stream. So liking the stream, not the chat. We'll run a giveaway. If not, we'll look to do it tomorrow. Talking about prop firm live account slippage is worse because you're not using prop servers. You're using real order books, so latency and market that affects fills. Interesting, Jack. I would have expected you'd get better fills because usually you get pretty bad slippage on prop firm accounts in general. Ollie, here would be my problem with that. Because you said the best indicator, all white charts, all white candles, you just trade and check your P&L eventually. I would watch the price action so fluidly that I would know what the chart would primarily look like, at least while I'm watching it and during that session. And I would still, I feel like I would still be willing to trade and execute on all white. Yes, Pumpy, it is. It's coming up into yesterday's highs. See if we can get over that 86. Good thing we added 2 more points to our weekly range that we get. But no, Ollie, I feel like that would just be a new level of addiction. It's just figuring out exactly, like testing. How good are you at reading the market based off of price action without actually being able to see the price action? Anyways, chat, how are you guys doing this session? I just want to put one micro on and long and see what happens. Trader, that's the unfortunate thing. Can we continue to rip like we've been? Yes. Easily. ES could be at 8,000 by the end of the week. And I'd be like, all right, makes sense. Strong week after everything else. But as I look at it, that would, like, something, at least in the past when I would used to do it, is I would now try to be aggressively long, hoping to get one of these days. Well, these 4 days already happened. So I lower expectations a little bit now when we get up here. But if we do break, I'm willing to let runners do their thing. I'm green. Diana. I don't know if you've ever been red, to be honest. So, I mean, I feel like that's just saying, like, yeah, dude, I put my shoes on when I go outside. Of course. Yes, breaking PM high. Pre-market high? What do you consider pre-market high? No, it's not previous months. We're already above that. I'm trying to figure out what you mean by PMH. Asking? Oh, well, no, yesterday's high for me is 77.86 on ES. It's summer. Who wears shoes? Well, Rain, it depends. If I'm going out somewhere, I wear shoes. If I'm around, this is probably my favorite thing about living where I live now. We have a yard, dude. Like actual grass and not an apartment. The times I wear shoes is very slim. Unless I'm physically getting in a car and driving somewhere, shoes don't exist. Zay, are you in along? Oh, yeah, Andy Droid. It's not breaking yet. So 77.86 is going to be yesterday's highs on ES. I would still need above that for actual conviction. No, Rain, I'm usually barefoot. The problem is, though, I got to wear socks a lot just because the house is so fucking cold. Do you trade this morning's PA? Marks, I had an options trade. I didn't take anything. I didn't take any new trades. I'm long from 797. That is a beautiful entry, my guy. Did you long right off the open? Do you trade options using Vanquish? Big Bang Clips. Isn't Vanquish the options prop firm? Did we just buffer again? Chad, are we back? This is probably one of the most annoying things. By far. By far. We back, but that was twice. Bash. I switched my internet back over to the other one. Rob, I'm cabled in. That last internet was full cabled in. But that is probably one of the most annoying things is when the stream lags. Cat playing with the router instead of plants. That little bitch. I knew it. So back to what we were talking about, Vanquish. Do you trade options using Vanquish? And someone said that is the prop firm. No, I will not. I don't agree with it. Because if you think about it, never lost me. Appreciate you, Diana. But if you think of it, like, it just doesn't make sense. I can't do what I just did. Like, if I caught these trades in the past few days, even on CRM today, my goal is to look for bigger winning trades on options when I trade them. I'm not scalping options. I'm not taking 1R. I'm not taking 2R trades. I'm looking for bigger potential winners for a couple 100%. It just doesn't make sense for me. If you're trying to learn options, you can do that for sure, I guess. But I don't agree with consistency rules on options accounts. None of it makes sense. If there was a options prop firm that was set for like maybe a select style account or like Lucid Flex style, maybe. But I can't get my head around the idea for an options prop firm. Yeah, Big Bang, if you like it, feel free. I want to let options run. I want to play the Greeks, play the volatility, and play the mispriced contracts to make a shitload of money. Droid, I checked my internet and the internet was smooth as hell. But for some reason it keeps dropping and I do not understand why. So we'll figure it out at some point. I know YouTube does buffer a lot, but I don't think that was YouTube. Ali, I doubt it. There's probably still restrictions. If there was an options prop firm that you can get moved live on and take daily payouts, I don't think y'all would be ready for the amount of yeeting I would do on that account. I don't think the prop firm would be ready for the amount of just absolute degeneracy I would put that live account through. Yeah, Andy, because it's happened on both of the internets today, and neither of them have gone down at all. They would probably go broke. And Ali, here's the thing. And I'm going to go back to the tried and true, so whoever's doing the NVIDIA shot game can rip another one. If I was taking like an options prop firm, and I'm in this chart, down here at 197s, I'm taking 220s, maybe 210s. I am going full degen aggressive to make 5,000% return or bust. Yeah, Logan, market went uppies today, brother. Rob, there are options prop firms, but they're not going to let you, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for them to let you use an insane amount of leverage and get uncapped payouts, because then they wouldn't exist. It just doesn't make sense for the company. I would have to genuinely look at a lot of features on it for me to be okay with the idea of trading it. Trader, for you personally, now mind you, at this point, I fully am under the impression that all of your questions are trolling. Every single one. I don't believe a single question you put in chat anymore. Because you said, I just want a full port Lucid Flex accounts and then trade $100 days. You can't even get your trolls right because you need $150 days. $100 days won't get you any payouts. But if you want to do it, I mean, use code RAKE or code RT at checkout, get you the discount, send away, brother. I don't recommend yeeting, but if you want to yeet, fucking send it. Have you traded in yesterday, Logan? In the past 2 weeks, I'm up a really, really nice amount of money. Like the last 2 weeks, strictly just off the chart that you guys say I talk a lot about, has made me over 5 figures. So it's the biggest 2 weeks of my year so far. So I'm cool with it. Plus the 2 weeks before that, or the week and a half before that, was a larger portion of futures payouts as well. So I've done very well this last month. Today, though, obviously, I'm down $435 on an eval because I yeeted a little NQ trade. Does that mean you've been liquidated? Marks, it's a joke from the very beginning of when stream started. So now people just do ! full port, and it just tells you you've been liquidated. It means absolutely nothing except just a joke. Most people will put that in chat, though, when we're doing like degen hours. What a messy, boring session. Agreed, Larshi. Agreed. Craziest part is that first trade caught the cleanest move we've seen since we started stream. Unless you bought this dip. But that first short right here was the cleanest move. And we just couldn't get the continuation. What are degen hours? I don't like doing degen hours. For me, what I do is I just tell you guys I'm on an eval. I'm willing to trade aggressive. That to me is like degen. But I don't love putting degen on the screen because I'm not really being a degenerate. I'm just trading more aggressively. Like I have conviction in the trade. If I put degen hours, that would, to me in my mindset, that's me hopping on the chart, flipping a coin, heads, tails. Whatever way it lands on, we're sending 4 contracts. Aman, I know you're kidding, brother. That's why I said I now don't believe any questions regarding trading like that from you. I'm done yeeting. I'm trying to survive on an eval for 5 days minimum, 200 risk per day. It's way too much on evals last year. Yeah, Marks, it's easy too. It is easy to spend a large amount of money on evals because all you're doing is swiping a card, right? And it's not personal money, so it feels like it's less risk. When in reality, it can add up a lot. There was a point where I had a huge bill for evals, and I put it all on credit card. That fucking sucked. Like 2.5 years ago on a just bad month. I'm short 29,840. Let's hope it holds. I hope, like, if the short works, I hope it works out for you guys, whoever's in it. I don't think I'm going to find much more on the day. I don't. By the way, chat, I still believe the buffers were a YouTube bug. I'll take the blame if needed to for internet, even though my internet hasn't dropped. However, with that dropping, we have lost some viewers twice now. So I feel like, and we didn't run a giveaway yesterday. We ran one. Did we run one Sunday? I think we ran one Sunday. For those of you that have been on stream, we are at 143 likes. What do we truly think we can get to in the next 14 minutes? And don't you fucking tell me 150. Don't you tell me we can only get 7 likes. I know we can get more. But what do you guys think we can actually get to? Because I'll run one. I just want to see y'all expectations. First two out of the first 3 answers, 175. Ollie's being a little more generous. All right, chat. Since your chat said it, 5,000. 174. You know what? Faint, I'll give you that one. And this is going to irritate people because it's not like a whole number of 5. I'm going to give you that one. We get to 174 likes. We'll run a giveaway. I actually do like a lot of you guys saying 175 because I thought that was a really good number. Now, mind you, if we get to 175, then I didn't need to change it whatsoever, and we would have got to 185 anyway. We'll use Faint's number, 145. Shab, you're just gonna get rocked. I'm kidding. You're not getting rocked. But chat, we can get 25 more in the next 13 minutes. Now, mind you, we have a timer. I'm not changing that number. Y'all pick the number. If you hit it, we run giveaway. If you don't hit it, if you don't show the love, we ain't doing it. If I picked it, I might be a little more generous and let it go. But y'all picked it, so we're strict. See if this NQ short finally plays out. Finesse, I'm saying, don't, if you're trying to go to other streams, brother, because you've done it before, don't. Liked it already, not hoping others do. It's all we can really do. I'm a changed man, appreciate you, brother. Now, mind you, I do still love the support of you doing that. Just the concept isn't great. But I do appreciate the support in general. Chat, looks like the short might finally short. I'm gonna shower. See you in a little bit. That is fair best. Remember, chat, if you're trying to like the stream, hit the thumbs up below the actual video to like it. And that will count. Not the little heart emoji in the chat. But y'all need 20 in the next 12 minutes. And the number's not going up much right now. So y'all might want to hit that button if you're on a TV or something like that. Where TP Indy, I'm not in anything. If I was looking to short, at this point, I'd probably just target the open. No, discipline. Someone, let me check. I'm going to look at the exact thing that I'm referring to. You yourself have not. You just joined a few days ago. I'll see if I can find what I'm talking about and show you. While you guys spend some time liking the stream. You might hear a loud beep. It is what it is. You might hear up to 4 of those. As I search this. Discipline. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know why it bugged out. This winner right here is the Discipline Trader 7. Your Discipline Trader 777. First off, looks absolutely sus. I will just say that right out the gate. Looks the most sus that you will probably look because of that. But that is someone else who won. Might not be someone else. Might be you, but also it's a different name. CXT. Yeah, I figured it's a common name, but it's just a little different. That's why I said I've seen the name before and I thought you had prior one. Rob, what I would do is ask Mitch, because Mitch is currently using an options prop firm. Personally, I've seen him talk about it a few days in a row. So ask Mitch and see if he likes the one that he's using. Chat, you guys need 12 likes, 9 minutes. Bro, I swear, if we buffer again, because the update just popped up on stream, and I'm going to check my internet live. My internet is as smooth will get. So if it buffers, it ain't me. Appreciate you, Discipline. It means a lot. I mean, we appreciate sport any way we get, you know? Some people can only reach Alan's stream. Some people can only like or watch my stream. How many likes we need? 10. No. 8. Mark says, save the giveaway for another time. You know how pissed off chat would be if we got 174 and I was like, oh, sorry guys. We're holding it. Long yes, Larsh, yeah, I'm likely just waiting. I don't like NQ structure right now. If we get over 86, I would look for more of a continuation trade personally than buying in because we're still range bound. We're still within this. I'm really not that interested in trading it. What are we giving away today? 50K growth account? 50K growth account from Tradeify. So you guys are getting some heater accounts since Jake ran out of the 25s. Marks, Jake said at some point we'll reset. I know he hinted at the 1,000 account mark. But in the end, if you've won before, no, you still technically can't win yet until Jake gives the go-ahead for it. Faint. First off, the likes would just be terrible if I banked every single giveaway. Now, mind you, when we get to the, like, if you know Jake and if Jake's doing well in trading at the time, you think if we hit the 1 year mark, Jake isn't going to do some type of thing for it? You know, he is 1,000% going to do something on day 365. I mean, it is the project 365. If I was him, I might tell him when we get close to it, dude, call every prop firm that you know and get as many accounts as humanly possible. We're giving away 500. And I'm saying that, and in the end, I would have to help give away a lot of the accounts, and that would fucking suck. David, I think the NQ, if it wants to go higher, it's going to be based off of the NQ strength. The NQ is still the weakest index at the moment. Now, mind you, the daily looks phenomenal, but we're at a big resistance. The thing is, too, I have low expectation for this session because of what we've been doing this week. Do I think the markets can continue to trend? Yes. Because of the current structure and price action we're getting right now. We have continuously consolidated throughout the overnight, rallied through New York, spent the entirety of the overnight consolidating again, then rallied through New York. If that trend keeps happening, we will likely see continuation. So yeah, I'm definitely more bullish to the upside, even though I do want to short NQ still because of the structure, just because I'm trading the lower time frames on it. But we're at the point in the market where a large move has happened. Now I'm in the mindset of, if this is going to continue, prove it to me. And then I'll be more interested in trading. Ollie, we have probably given away more than that already. 365 accounts. Jake's done multiple streams where he's given away 5 to 10 alone. Jake himself on his own stream is probably giving away 300. Because we're what? April, June, July. We're coming into the 4th month of this in 10 days. Minimum, I mean, absolute minimum, 5 giveaways a day. 6 if you count Alan's double giveaways. If you go towards Jake's giveaway. We back. Are we back, chat? Or no? Yeah. All right. I see my phone to my ear. We're back. This is annoying as shit, dude. This is so fucking annoying. Can't hear me. I mean, you can't hear me. It must be on your end, because if I'm saying we back and people are saying yes, then they can hear me. All right, perfect. Chat, we are at 171. With somehow the viewers shot up 40, which is odd this late in the stream, especially while lagging. What are the actual viewers? Okay, no. Dude, YouTube's bugging out so bad. It says I have 175 concurrent viewers on one page and 117 on the other. Bots? No, I think we're actually at the 120-ish, 150-ish now. Because people keep, obviously the number will be lower when people leave. Yeah, Rob, that's why I'm not mentioning the name when I run it. Guile, someone definitely has bots. Even Alan said he started to notice it. There's been someone that hops on stream and likes with bots for the overall giveaways. Discipline, don't worry about it, brother. You don't have to pay attention to the likes. I'll watch it. If I'm talking for like minutes without it, then yeah. But no, CXT, that's why the other day on stream, I think it might have been Sunday on stream, we were at a certain number of likes, and I just kept ramping that number up to see if they would chase it with the bots. And we had, like, it would jump up. I would jump at 50 because I would see the bots jump up 50 with the likes. And then it would hit it within the next 10 minutes. Like, it just, and I know my chat. Y'all support like crazy. You normally like in the beginning. We're not going to get 50 likes in 2 minutes, 3/4 of the way through the stream. That's just not how it works. So I know for sure someone was. And then the viewers shot up. That was also why I was watching the number of entries on the giveaways. Because I think Sunday the viewership shot up near 300. And we had more people enter on when there's 150 people in here than when it did when there was 300. So someone's definitely been botting the stream occasionally, which is wildly annoying. Check in, ask for 1,000 likes. No marks, because if that happens, it negatively impacts the stream. Yeah, MD, I noticed it one time on Jake's stream when he asked for 600 likes on stream and it shot up 150 in 2 minutes. Someone's doing it, but it just, if you're doing it for giveaways, first off, that's dumb as hell. Because your odds are quite literally less than 1%. Second of all it does is negatively impact the stream. Because YouTube has an algorithm that detects if you get a mass amount of likes like that. So please don't. Anyways, chat, we hit it. We're going to run it for 3 minutes. CCXT, that one I agree with. That one I fully agree with. I'll let that one slide. All you got to do, exclamation mark, the word enter, send it in the chat. Moke, I'm glad you caught it, brother. I'm not a bot. Appreciate you letting me know, Hunting Pips. It looks like the NQ short still has a thesis. Dude, this market, I don't know what to do with this session. Guys, I'm going to start streaming like video games or something. We're going to do 2-hour Minecraft streams the entirety of the rest of the week because It might be more entertaining than this. You're not jumping back in? No, Bast, no. Not at the moment. I could have jumped in every single time we started to look bearish, and I would have been stopped out every single time. At this point, I don't give a shit if that goes. Can we watch college football hype videos? Kyle. Boy, do I have some videos we could play on stream for you, specifically. You ever seen them preseason videos? I got one that we can play on stream on repeat. Actually, we do one every single year. Could also watch the pre-Michigan game hype videos. Ollie, I was reading chat and I almost corrected you. I'm just letting you know that. You almost got me. You almost did until I read your name. Now you're just being a dick. Yeah, Gail, I'll watch stuff like that when it gets a little bit closer to football because I don't want to hype myself up too much because we're not there yet. But dude, I am so hyped. I can't wait to degenerately open parlays again. Chat, we have 25 seconds left in the giveaway. All you gotta do, !enter if you haven't already. You literally have seconds. I'll give it, since I didn't mention it at all, actually, how many viewers are there? 135. Oh, we're at a good number. We're at a good number. We're going to pop up back hard when this move down finally completes. George, the speculation I have, now mind you, I'm still bullish in general. While I'm yapping, I'll open it again for those of you that may not have gotten in, but I'm not opening it long. The speculation I have is we have NFP coming Thursday. So in my head, the first thing that comes to mind is just a broader, nasty consolidation into that. Or we rip off the top into NFP and then trade off of that and see what that gives us. Right, I'm going to close it. How the hell did 9 more of you guys get in? I'm just letting you guys know this might be the craziest percentage numbers. I will pick a winner. Just give me 2 seconds. But giveaway is closed. I'm going to check the actual viewers. So we have 135 viewers. 108 of you guys got in. This is also why I was skeptical of Sunday's viewership number. When there was 300 people on stream for the giveaway, there was 94 entries. There's 135 in here, and there's 108 of you guys in. So let's pick the winner. Chris XG Trades. Have you won before, brother? I know you've been in chat for a minute. Robot. There's an actual bot in here. What up, bro? Of course, Miss K. Yeah, MD, I definitely lean more towards consolidation, but if we're going to continue, I'll trade it. Chris. I don't think you've won, at least not on my stream. Have you won in general? Jay Keen, there's nothing wrong with that, brother. Nothing wrong with that at all. Trust me, if it was my YouTube, I guarantee you the giveaways would be few and far between because this shit's expensive. First time ever. Brother, you have been on like every single stream. So I appreciate y'all. You should know what to do. You should 100% know what to do. I mean, we're talking OG just one for YouTube. Let me know when you send me a DM on Instagram and I'll check it real quick and then I'm hopping off stream. Anyways, chat, the number for the week We were at 20 points of consolidation in range before today's session. After today's session, we have now upped that number to 29.75 points in 3 days. We are thriving out here. Absolutely fucking thriving. Yeah, Ro, that's part of the reason we have people DM on Instagram for the most part. And if they don't have an Instagram, Jake literally makes them make one to claim it. But no, I've had someone who created an account and then deleted it immediately after, which looks sketchy, but can't help it. Do you think we can continue tomorrow? Yes, but I would say a lower probability than the past few days. All right, Chris, you know you're an OG when I get a notification that you DM'd me. You might be in the primary file, which that's few and far between. Yeah, I got you, brother. I'll get you that code right after stream. Yeah, I think we can continue. I have lower expectations for it just because of everything that's going on, right? We'll see where tomorrow brings. If we spend the overnight session within a broader range, then yes, we could easily do the exact same shit we've been doing. Easily. I'm still bullish on the market. I think ES can continue higher, primarily because when you look at individual names, a lot of them haven't made overly aggressive moves yet. Like if you look at Google, obviously last few days it did, but a lot of the big tech hasn't gotten crazy big tech parabolic type moves. Well, if you look at Microsoft, it has. So I think there's still a lot of room left. It's just when is it going to come to fruition, and is it going to be just straight 4 or 5 days in a row of buying? I think oil is primed for a long. Last chart I'm looking at, then we're calling it. Oil with a big retest around this 75s. Could you guys imagine the market if oil just does this and then it just rips back up to 94s? The indices look like this, and within a week, they're back down here. I will say, big factor for me the rest of the month is last month's high. If at any point we do get back below prior all-time highs, I start to lean decently aggressively bearish because we would have a big monthly fair to go lower. Until this candle changes, though, I'm bullish as bullish can get. Right? I've been bullish since this monthly closed, since the week started. I've wanted nothing but longs, and that's all we've gotten. So we'll see if we continue. As we continue, though, expectations do lower for me just because of the move we've gotten. We can easily continue. We can easily continue to get buying pressure. Just really going to depend. Are bears going to try to push us down or not? How big are consolidations we going to get? How big are the pullbacks going to get? Eventually, we'll get a more aggressive one, and it's just going to be a thing. Does that hold or not? Yeah, Jeremy, you are a little late. How'd you find your edge? Years of just being in the market. It is just years of spending time trading. Understanding exactly how I want to trade. With options, I love being more aggressive, looking for larger moves. With futures, it just depends on what the market's giving. But with that, chat, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Appreciate you guys being here. Stream buffered a few times. Nothing I could do about that, unfortunately. Hopefully it's better tomorrow. But I'm going to call it a night. Alan will be on at 1 a.m. Eastern like usual. Jake's back on in the morning. And I will see you guys tomorrow.